Good morning, team. I wanted to create a short video on something that we're going to be covering in not only this week's sales meeting, but as we move forward, creating one of the most important parts of the presentation and the 10 steps would be price presentation. Once we get to the very end, one of the last steps that we'll go through is how to deliver the price properly. Now, price presentation can be where you make it or break it, even if you think you have everything tied down if you do not do this properly. Price presentation should sometimes take anywhere between 15 minutes to 30 minutes, depending upon each scenario and each situation with your homeowners. If you think about buying a car, even if you have everything picked out, your financing done, the car that you want to buy, more oftentimes than not, they sit you down and you sit and you wait, and they follow up and you wait. The psychology behind this is these homeowners or these sales individuals are letting the price sink in, whether that's monthly payment or overall price, so it lowers your fears and emotions down so you're able to make that decision. Now, every homeowner, no matter how well of a job we did, once we get to the very end, is not going to be thinking your project is going to be 10 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand, 7 grand. They're always going to think it's less. It really doesn't matter what product it is. It really doesn't matter what the price is. Ultimately, that homeowner is going to think it's going to be less. And so we have to, it's imperative, have to give these individuals plenty of time to actually resonate that this is how much it costs to get the project done the exact right way. If we're not doing these steps, if we're shortcutting, then we're doing not only ourselves a disservice, but the homeowner and the company a great disservice. So what we do is, one thing is pre-COVID is we want to get the couples cuddled up together and we want to sit shoulder to shoulder with them. And for in the future, that is definitely the way that we want to do price presentation. However, for now, if we do want to keep our distance, we want to make sure that they are at least together, and then we want to make sure that they are able to read everything properly on your iPad. If a larger iPad is better, then that's what we need to invest in. If the smaller iPad you think works just fine, then that's fine too, but we need to invest in ourselves to make sure that we're properly able to do this on each and every occasion. So as usual, we are in our Job Nimbus app. The first thing we want to do is, if we're looking at your customer, on the top right corner, you'll go ahead and hit the three little pictures up top, and then you want to click on the estimate that you have done. Now, we're still using the estimate feature inside of Job Nimbus. This is where you price your job and you have everything loaded that you're going to be charging the customer. The reason we go through this prior to price presentation is we want to make sure that we didn't leave anything out. Because if you tell your homeowner, yes, Mr. Smith, you are getting a Toto toilet and you're getting a vanity top, and then they think that they're getting it, they sign the contract, and then all of a sudden, vital things are missing. This can cause your sale to be canceled, loss of commission, and a dissatisfied customer. If we start off on the wrong foot with that homeowner with things missing, and even though we do make it up and we do a great job in the end, they're going to be looking for any type of mistake that we may make. So again, this is a vital part of the presentation, is the order recap. So Mr. Smith, we have a wet place removal. What we're going to do for you is going to replace your current bathtub. It includes installation, product, labor, fixtures, and plumbing. We're going to remove your existing tub, remove your existing wall system, which will be culture marble, remove your existing shower door. We're going to take everything down and go right down to the studs. And then when we do that, again, like we explained, we're going to replace any minor studs that need to be replaced. We're going to remit any minor mold or damage. Again, if there's something major, then we'll bring you into it, and then we may need to do some additional work. But then now, once all that's done, we're going to put a moisture-resistant drywall down, okay? We're going to, on the glass that you ordered, it's going to have that Glass Pro, which is like the Rain-X, and we're going to go from there. And just to recap again, you're not to use a shower for about 24 to 36 hours. This includes all the adhesives and everything else that you're looking at. In addition, we're going to do a walk-in tub for you. It's going to be a 30 by 52 walk-in tub in white. It's going to have that inline heater, the aromatherapy, the chromotherapy light system, and the ozone sanitation. We're going to have to add an electrical circuit, and the walls that we picked were going to be the Arctic Ice smooth walls, okay? And everything from there. Now again, Mrs. Smith, this is going to be an exact price down to the penny. Now when I say that, if we miss anything, then that's going to be necessarily on us, but I'll also caveat it as we don't have x-ray vision. And so if we do find something major behind the walls, a disconnected drain, something P-trap or something like that, then we'll discuss that at the time of install, and you understand those could lead to additional charges. But everything else is going to be locked in. Does that make sense? Yes. And just like everything else, this material comes with a complete lifetime warranty, a lifetime warranty on installation, and it's installed by all of our contractors. Okay? Great. Everything sound good and look good to you? Yes. All right. Now let's get to the kick me out part. You can kind of joke and have some levity if you want to use some levity there. Now, what you're doing here is what we like to call stacking the dollars, right? So we're stacking the dollars, right? So they're going to be like, oh man, this is going to be a lot of money. This is going to be a lot of money. This is going to be a lot of money. The reason we do that is we want to make it seem like it's going to be a lot more than they're thinking, okay? Now from here, we can hit the back button. Go back to your Job Nimbus app, and you'll see the 3 little dots down below. Click those, and then hit Natural Forms. From here, you'll see all of the templates that we have readily available, and then we go into your price presentation. So over the phone, because we want to have the same conversation that our partners in the marketing department have to the appointment setters to ourselves in the field, is we're going to give you a price that's good for 1 year. That's our suggested retail price. And so if you're looking here at the form, you go ahead and tap the button here, and we're going to give them that retail price. So your retail price is $25,432. And then you go ahead and tap outside of the sheet. Now we go through our normal price presentation. All right, so as we covered, to get everything done the exact right way and getting that BCI wall system with the silver shield iron and the antimicrobial, the new weight shower pan with the 3-inch threshold, the custom bench sheet and everything like that, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the retail price good for 1 year would be $25,432. And you wait, and you look at the homeowner, and what typically if that homeowner, if both of them are hunched over and they're reading the price, let them resonate with that price. If they immediately pop back up, then we got work to do. So Mr. Smith, we gave you that price that's good for 1 year, so I have a few questions for you. Whenever you see a number like the $25,432, how do you guys typically tackle that? Do you guys do that with cash, flexible payment options, kicking the guy out of the house? How would you guys typically tackle a number like that? Oh, Michael, we need to talk about it. That's a lot more money than we thought. No, I get it, guys. I get it. It's way more money than you guys thought it was going to be. But ultimately, maybe not even necessarily about a bath or a window or anything else. But if you were to tackle a number like this, like buying a car or something else, how would you guys typically do it? I just kind of want to know for my own benefit. Oh, well, typically what we would do is we would, I don't know, we need to talk about it. Oh, okay, no worries. And then typically, usually the wife will be like, well, I guess if we would probably put some sort of down payment, and then we would do, probably half, and then half down. But that's a lot of money. Okay, I completely get it. So you would do something like half down or something like that, probably bring us into like to the 12 to 13 grand range down, and then, probably put the rest on like a monthly payment plan. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, typically in the industry, like if you were to go get a bank and get like a home improvement loan or something like that, with the interest rates around like 5 or 6%, at 60 months, you're probably looking at about $200 a month with $13,000 down. Now, if and when you were going to do something like this with $200 a month and $13,000 down, would that be something? Well, that's what we really need to talk about, but that is, that's a lot of money. Okay, I completely get it. So let's continue to look at some different options because, as we told you when we first got here, we do give you multiple prices. Sometimes you meet with people and they just really don't necessarily need a bathroom at this current time, and they're just kind of putting some feelers out there. And so that price that's good for 1 year, that's for those. They just really don't need it. But as we've been able to go through our inspection, and as we've been able to, kind of get down to, your mother-in-law's moving in and whatnot, we probably need a bathroom sooner rather than later. Am I correct in that? That's what you guys told me. Yeah, no, we do need to get something done sooner rather than later. Okay. Well, when you guys called us into your house, we were offering some different types of promotions. And one of those promotions is a good monthly promo, and that's good till the end of the month. Now, when we look at that monthly promotion, if we take, it's a say 15% off your promotion, okay? And what that does is if we were to take the 15% off your promotion, we would take off $38.15 off the price. So if we take $38.15 off your price, what that does is get your price down to $21,617. So we were able to save you almost $4,000 off your project and get you down to $21,617. Now, how does that number look in comparison to what it was before? Well, it's better. It's better. But I mean, that's a little bit better. But that's just a little bit more money than we had thought. Guys, I completely get it. And you guys are having a pretty extensive bathroom, and it's been my experience over the years that people look at the price, and the price is the price. And if there's enough value there, then the money usually makes sense. So when we're speaking about value, let me ask you a few questions. Would Bright Light Home be the type of company that you would want to work with and trust your project to? Yeah. And would I be the product design consultant that you would trust your beautiful home with? And because this is a lot of money, no matter how you get it, whether it's $2,000, $20,000, no matter what it is, it's a lot of money. And so with this amount of money, would you trust me as your project consultant to deliver on all the promises that we did? Yeah, no, we would trust you. We would trust you. Okay. So really the last question that we have is does the down payment and does the monthly payment make sense? I mean, if we look at a down payment, you guys were looking at putting like half down potentially. You'd be looking at $10,000 down, and probably a monthly payment, around of $130 a month. Would that make sense to you? Okay. Well, that would make a little bit more sense. $10,000 down. We were looking to probably spend $10,000 total, but the money makes sense. The monthly payments. Okay. Well, we have a few different options for you then. So ultimately, with our financing partners, we do like to put something down. It kind of helps. However, a lot of times we're able to put nothing down. And if we were able to put nothing down, what that would do is, we would finance the total amount at $21,617. And in addition to that, it does make your payment go up. So we'd probably be looking at around $170 a month. Now, does $170 a month, does that work? That would probably work, but yeah. That would probably work. However, the 21 is a little bit more than we had kind of thought we might spend on this type of project. Okay. But the company makes sense. You guys love the product. Everything makes sense, and the monthly payment makes sense. Yeah, everything else makes sense. All right, guys. Well, when we told you here, we do give you 3 prices. And this necessarily isn't for everybody, but sometimes when we meet with people, everything seems to make sense. They need a bathroom, and you guys have to get the bathroom. You guys already said that you got to get it done sooner rather than later. You guys know that, Bright Light's going to do a fantastic job with our install based upon our reviews that you looked up online, and everything else kind of makes sense. And, financing will be the way to go. We're just kind of struggling with the overall price. And so what we're able to do is if everything makes sense to you, we're able to pass along another bonus to you. And what that is that's our first initial visit discount. And if you guys were ready to make that decision, what we could do is give you an additional amount off your project. And so what that would look like is we would take an additional amount off your project. And so if we were to what's up for you, we could actually get your project right around the range where you wanted it to be. And to get your project done out the door, we would include tax on this as well, so you don't pay sales tax, which would save you, an additional amount. We would be looking at $20,345. And if that were something you guys would want to do, we can go ahead and get you started at the $20,354. All right? And then from there, what we do is we make sure that everything makes sense. We get them tied down, and then we move on to the next. Having a tool such as this price presentation tool will help us out vitally, right? And I get it. There's going to be different objections. There's going to be different things that we bring up and whatnot. And, we're going to work on this price presentation tool, but having this be able to have your homeowners visualize everything right here, your homeowners, it'll make sense to them. And they're able to see it and they're able to look at it. And you guys are able to take the time to actually process everything through. So I hope this helps. This will be in Job Nimbus effective now. If you guys have any suggestions or anything, please feel free to send us an email and we'll get those at it. And let's go and have a great day.